Does this sound familiar? It's 3 a.m. and you're up again for a pilgrimage to the bathroom. And it's not the first time tonight. This constant interruption not only destroys your sleep, but also robs you of your energy, clarity, and vitality for the next day. You feel the frustration gnawing at you with every trip in the dark, while your partner, of course, sleeps like a baby. And you ask yourself, why me? Is this just getting old? Many people think so and resign themselves to chronic fatigue, the fear of stumbling in the dim light, and the idea that they'll never sleep through the night again. But I'm here to make something clear to you. It doesn't have to be this way. You don't have to accept a life of interrupted sleep and days full of exhaustion. I am Dr. Natalia Delgado, a physician with over 20 years of experience. I have dedicated my career to unraveling the mysteries of the bladder and the urinary system. Thousands of men and women just like you have come to me desperate and without a solution. But time and again, I have witnessed incredible transformations. Today, I'm not here with general advice, but with a crucial urological strategy, a method on how, and more importantly, when to drink water so you can finally reclaim your nights. It's a technique so simple, so logical, and yet so often overlooked that you'll wonder why you didn't know this sooner. Stay with me because this knowledge will not only change your nights, but possibly your entire life. Before I give you the solution, I want you to understand the true scope of this. Did you know that up to 70% of adults over 60 wake up at least once a night to urinate? For many, that's 2, 3, or even more times. This has a name, Nocturia. And let me be clear, although it is common, it is not normal. It's not an innocent toll of old age, but an alarm signal from your body. The consequences of ignoring it are much more serious than you think. Stay with me until the end, because I will not only reveal why this happens, but also the precise strategy, the method we teach our patients to break this exhausting cycle. I promise you that the final revelation can change your nights for good. Section 1, the silent epidemic and its hidden dangers. Nocturia is called a silent epidemic for a reason. People don't talk about it. They suffer in silence with shame or resignation. But in my practice, I hear the real stories. I hear from Carlos, a 62-year-old grandfather who loved building ships in bottles but had to stop because his hands trembled from lack of sleep. I hear from Martha, a 68-year-old retired teacher who fell and broke her hip during one of her nightly trips to the bathroom, an accident that cost her independence. These are not anecdotes. This is the harsh reality. The problem goes far beyond feeling tired. Let's clearly name the dangers lurking behind those nightly bathroom visits. First, the risk of falling. In the dark, half asleep, your balance is poor. The path to the bathroom is an obstacle course, a rug, a piece of furniture, and the consequences can be life-changing. For an older adult, a hip fracture can be the beginning of rapid decline. Second, the impact on your cognitive health. Deep sleep is not a luxury, it's a necessity. During sleep, your brain cleanses itself, strengthens memories, and removes accumulated toxins. When your sleep is interrupted night after night, that cleansing doesn't happen properly. The result is fogginess in your head, concentration problems, memory loss, and in the long term, an increased risk of neurodegenerative disorders. It's not your age that makes you forgetful. It's the lack of quality sleep. Third, the strain on your heart. Every time you wake up abruptly, your body releases stress hormones. Your blood pressure and heart rate skyrocket. If this happens multiple times a night, you expose your cardiovascular system to constant stress. Several studies link severe nocturia to an increased risk of high blood pressure and other heart problems. And finally, the emotional toll. Chronic fatigue robs you of joy, makes you irritable, anxious, and can lead to depression. It keeps you away from what you love, from your loved ones, and traps you in a cycle of fatigue from which it is difficult to escape. You are no longer yourself. Why does this happen as you age? For several reasons. First, your body produces less antidiuretic hormone, ADH, at night. This hormone tells your kidneys to produce less urine at night. With less ADH, your kidneys keep working at full speed. Second, your bladder capacity may decrease. And third, something few people know, fluid redistribution. If your ankles swell a little during the day, that fluid doesn't just disappear. When you lie down, gravity no longer keeps that fluid in your legs. It returns to your bloodstream, passes through your kidneys, and ends up in your bladder, causing you to wake up a few hours later. Now that you understand the severity of the problem and the science behind it, we are ready to debunk myths and build the solution. Section 2, Debunking Mistakes that only make it worse. Before I reveal the right strategy, we need to stop doing the wrong things. Most people with the best intentions make mistakes that worsen their nocturia. Let's debunk the three most common myths. Myth 1. To avoid having to urinate at night, I drink as little water as possible during the day. This is the most common and, believe me, the most counterproductive mistake. It sounds logical. Less water in, less urine out, but your body isn't that simple. If you dehydrate during the day, your urine becomes extremely concentrated. This super concentrated urine can irritate the bladder wall like pouring lemon juice on a wound. This irritation makes your bladder overactive, sending you signals to go to the bathroom even when your bladder isn't full. Moreover, when you finally drink in the evening to quench that built-up thirst, your body, which was in conservation mode, processes that fluid all at once, often at night. Paradoxically, drinking too little during the day can lead to more nightly bathroom visits. Myth 2. The problem is, I have a small bladder. It's always been that way. While some people may have a functionally smaller bladder capacity, in most cases of adult nocturia, the problem isn't the size of the bladder, but the rate at which your kidneys produce urine at night. As mentioned, less ADH and fluid returning from your legs are the real culprits. You could have the largest bladder in the world, but if your kidneys are producing urine nonstop, you'll still wake up. Blaming a small bladder is an excuse that prevents you from addressing the real problem. And no, you don't have to live with this. Myth 3. A glass of wine or beer relaxes me and helps me sleep. It can't be that bad. This myth is particularly harmful. Although alcohol can initially make you drowsy, it sabotages your rest, especially when it comes to bathroom visits. Alcohol is a powerful diuretic and suppresses the release of the crucial antidiuretic hormone, ADH. By drinking alcohol before bed, you create a perfect storm. You add fluid and disable your body's braking system that limits urine production at night. This is the ideal formula for nocturia. Moreover, alcohol disrupts sleep quality and often causes you to wake up in the second half of the night precisely when your bladder also says enough. Avoiding alcohol, especially in the hours before bedtime, is one of the most effective changes you can make. Now that you know what doesn't work, you've already taken a huge step. You've cleared the ground. You're ready for the strategy that does work. Section 3, the Smart Hydration Strategy, the ACI method. Here it comes. This is the core of our discussion. This is the method that has given countless patients their sleep back. Forget drinking less. The new mantra is smart drinking. The ACI method consists of 3 simple steps, easy to remember thanks to the acronym ACI. Anticipate your hydration, smoothly transition, interrupt on time. Let's go through it step by step, followed by 2 additional keys for a foolproof protocol. Step 1, anticipate your hydration. Late morning. The main principle is to concentrate most of your fluid intake in the first half of the day. The golden rule I give my patients: try to consume 55% of your daily fluid intake before 4 p.m. How do you do that? Start in the morning upon waking with 1 or 2 large glasses of water to kickstart your system. Keep a water bottle handy and take regular sips. Don't wait until you're thirsty. Thirst is already a sign of dehydration. Drink another glass of water at lunch. By doing this, you give your kidneys all day to process the fluid while you are active and standing. You are working with your body. By 4 p.m., you are well hydrated, and we can prepare for the night. Step 2, smoothly transition. Gentle landing. After 4 p.m., don't abruptly stop drinking. We enter the landing phase. Between 4 p.m. and dinner, reduce the amount, maybe half a glass if you're thirsty. Dinner is crucial. Try to eat at least 3 hours before going to bed. During dinner, drink only enough to swallow your food. A few sips, not a whole glass. This gradual decrease tells your body it's time to slow down urine production. Step 3, interrupt on time. The sacred zone. This is the strictest and perhaps most important step. Create a sacred zone of 2 hours before bedtime, during which you drink no fluids. If you go to bed at 10 p.m., your last sip is at 8 p.m., no exceptions. This 2 hour period gives your kidneys time to filter the last fluid and send it to your bladder before you go to sleep. If you drink within those 2 hours, chances are your kidneys will be working at full speed when your head hits the pillow, programming a bathroom visit around 1 or 2 a.m. Does your mouth feel dry? Rinse your mouth without swallowing or take a tiny sip, but no glass. This rule is sacred. That's the basis of the ACI method. But now come two additional steps that take the method to a higher level. Step 4, the electrolyte anchor, enhanced absorption. This is a small trick to help your body use water more efficiently. Hydration isn't just about drinking water, but about ensuring that water reaches your cells. Electrolytes help with that. The idea is simple. Add a pinch, and I mean a pinch, of unrefined sea salt and a splash of lemon juice to your first glass of water of the day. The salt provides sodium, which helps absorb water into your cells, and the lemon provides potassium. This makes your morning hydration more effective and reduces thirst in the afternoon. Step 5, the smart meal. Control the saboteurs. What you eat for your last meal is just as important as what you drink. Avoid heavily spiced or acidic foods at dinner, which irritate the bladder. Too much sugar or simple carbohydrates can increase urine production. Foods with a lot of water, such as soup, watermelon, or cucumbers, are better eaten earlier in the day. Chocolate and caffeine are bladder stimulants, and of course, no coffee, tea, or soda. Opt for a dinner rich in protein and cooked vegetables. This keeps your blood sugar stable and doesn't overload your system. There you have it, the complete ACI method. Not magic, but applied science. Section 4, supportive techniques to enhance results. If the ACI method is the engine, these supportive techniques are the high-performance tires. They maximize your results. Supportive technique 1, double emptying. Ensure the tank is empty. Have you ever urinated right before bed and felt the urge again 20 minutes later? That's because you didn't completely empty your bladder. The double emptying technique is simple and very effective. Right before you go to bed, go to the toilet. Sit down. Yes, men too. Sitting relaxes the pelvic floor muscles and ensures more complete emptying. When you're done, don't get up immediately. Wait 30 to 60 seconds, relax, then lean slightly forward and try to urinate again. You'll be surprised how often a little more comes out. That little extra can make the difference between sleeping through the entire night or waking up at 3 a.m. Make it a ritual. Supportive technique 2, the gravity lift. Manage your fluid. Remember that fluid returning from your legs? Can we anticipate that process? The solution, the gravity lift. 1 or 2 hours before bedtime, while reading or watching TV, elevate your legs above heart level. Use pillows on the couch or bed. This uses gravity to your advantage. You encourage the fluid to return to your bloodstream before you lie down. Your kidneys process it, and you can eliminate it with your double emptying. You proactively milk your legs so they don't overload your bladder at night. Wearing compression stockings during the day also helps tremendously to prevent fluid buildup. Supportive technique 3, the salt shaker control. We used a pinch of salt in the morning, but too much salt in your general diet is detrimental for nocturia. If you eat a lot of salt, your body retains water to dilute it, which makes you thirstier and causes you to drink more. Moreover, your kidneys have to work harder to excrete that salt, for which they need water. That water becomes urine. Control processed foods, deli meats, and ready-made meals. Cooking yourself gives you control. Less salt not only helps your bladder, but also your blood pressure. We have unmasked nocturia, not a simple annoyance, but a thief of your quality of life. We have debunked the myths that kept you trapped and given you the keys, the ACI method and supportive techniques to regain control. I think of my patient Carlos, who built ships in bottles. After only 2 weeks with this protocol, he called me. His voice sounded more powerful. "Doctor," he said, "last night I slept 7 hours straight. 7. I didn't know what that felt like anymore. This morning my hands weren't trembling. I'm back in my workshop." That transformation is possible for you too, starting tonight. Your action plan. Anticipate your hydration, mostly before 4 p.m. Smoothly transition and interrupt. Reduce in the afternoon and respect the sacred 2-hour zone without fluids before bedtime. Support your body. Practice double emptying, elevate your legs, and control salt intake. You have the knowledge, you have the tools. The power to change your nights is in your hands. You don't have to resign yourself to nocturia. If this information was valuable to you, I ask you 3 simple things. First, give a like so this video reaches more people who need it. Second, Subscribe so you don't miss other life-changing health tips. And third, very important to me, let me know in the comments below how often you get up at night to urinate. Share your number. There is no shame here, only a community that understands exactly what you're going through. By writing it down, you not only take the first step, but also help others know that they are not alone in this struggle. Thank you for your time and trust. Now go and get ready for the best night's rest you've had in years. You deserve it, yes.